Welcome back to Barricade Rides, videos for motorcycle enthusiasts. I'm at adult Disneyland once again. No, I did not mean Thailand. We're at Harley Davidson in Emerald City in Lynnwood, Washington, and I'm here with David. Today we're going to go over the 2021 Harley Davidson Street Glide Standard.
Hey everybody, Barricade, thanks again for the opportunity to do these videos. These really help me learn the bikes as well. So what we're talking about today is the Street Glide Standard. So first of all, some of you may have seen the video that I did with Barricade a little while back on that Revival Electric Glide. So what that Electric Glide remake is celebrating is 1969. That's when Harley Davidson first offered the Batwing fairing. It only came in white. That was your only color option. That's why that bike is white and blue. But that means that this has identified Harley Davidson touring motorcycles for 52 years. That's a long, long time. And the fairing has gone through some changes over the years, some tweaks, but it's still that same, I use the term iconic, but I can't think of anything more appropriate. You know immediately it's a Harley Davidson with that kind of fairing on the front of the bike. So there are 4 bikes currently offered right now, other than the Revival. There are 4 bikes currently offered with the Batwing. They are the Electric Glide Standard, the Street Glide Standard, the Street Glide Special, and the Ultra Limited. You got price points there ranging from the low 20s to the mid 30s. The Electric Glide Standard is a really great value. It gives you the protection of the Batwing fairing. What it lacks are any electronics. You've got your basic gauges, but here on the Electric Glide Standard, this is just completely blank. There's nothing there. So when you step up to, the Electric Glide Standard only comes in vivid black with the red logo and only comes with chrome. So it's basically, this is your entry-level touring bike. So people that start riding Harleys, a lot of times you start on a Sportster, 883, 1200. Then you might move into a Softail, something like that. Then as your riding progresses, as you want to do more trips, as you become more comfortable being on the bike, as you have more time available because you're not running kids to soccer practice, you might want to do some more trips. So a touring bike is the next logical step. So besides the Electric Glide Standard, this is the next step in terms of price point, in terms of value. As it sits, this is a great bike. It's got the Milwaukee 8107, so you got great power. Just because it's not the 114 doesn't mean this isn't a nicely powered bike. It's a little bit lighter than the Ultra Limited with that tour pack and the lowers and all that kind of stuff. So you don't have quite as much weight. Plus, these are really meant for a bike that people are going to ride solo 50, 60, 70% of the time. But it does come with the rear seat, and it does come with rear pegs. Throw a sissy bar on, and you're good to go for 2-up riding. So the 107 is great power. It's got great 2-into-1 into 2 exhausts, so it gives you that low-end torque that you expect from a Harley. It also has the electronics. So this GTS Boom audio system is just fantastic. It gives you everything at your fingertips. It really kind of takes your riding experience and takes it to the next level, because you've got the ability to take advantage of some of the technology built into this bike. You've got music, you've got navigation, and you have basically your phone. So if you have a headset, you can receive and make phone calls while you're riding this bike, hands-free. You've got your music, which can be your FM, your AM, your weather band. It can be also your streaming audio from your Bluetooth from your phone. And then you've also got, I'll go back home here, the navigation. What I love about this navigation, it's so quick compared to the old systems, and you can do things like pinch and zoom, right? Just like you can on your smartphone. It's a very intelligent screen. It also can be zoomed in and zoomed out with your joysticks, just simply by selecting those. So You can touch the screen. It's pressure sensitive, not touch sensitive, so it works with gloves, no problem. But you can also access everything on the screen from your joystick, which is super handy. It's also got information in the bike. If I press and hold the home button, it'll take you to a little bit different screen, and I like this screen a lot. These are your infographics on the bike. So I like to say that this display gives you your heads-up speedometer. It also gives you kind of where you've been. You go over one. This gives you your engine diagnostics. Tells you how long it's been since you had your service. It tells you whether EITMS is enabled or disabled. That's the feature that saves temperature on the engine by shutting off the rear cylinder when you're idling. Tells you about your oil status. Then you can go over one more, and this is kind of where you've been. So the first one is where you're headed. The second one is kind of where you've been. And then you also have, in the navigation screen, this is one of my favorite features. You go up to the search, and you can go down. If you're in an area where you don't know how, let's say you're getting a little low on gas, you want to know how far the next gas station is, you can go in here and it'll pull up real-time information about where the next service station is. You can also do the same for food. You can do it for lodging. If you need service on your Harley, you can find the nearest Harley Davidson dealer. And if you need medical attention, you can go in and choose hospital, police, fire. So some really nice safety features. So I love the electronics. I think that's a huge value. You get this little storage space here with the USB plug-in for your phone. These bikes, these new systems, can be flashed for Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Comes with both. Does have to be set up for you, but it's there, it's available. So it just gives you a whole other suite of capabilities. The other thing about this bike, it's still built for touring. So you've got the great batwing fairing, great protection from the elements. You've got a 6-gallon tank. So the range on this bike, depending on how you're riding, is somewhere between about 250 and 300 miles. That's tremendous. I mean, to be able to get on a bike and potentially ride from Lynnwood to Spokane on one tank, that's awesome. The other thing this bike has, of course, all the post-Rushmore bikes have the one-touch bags. Now, on the standard, you don't get the stretch bags. So they don't wrap around your exhaust like they do on the special. But they're functional. They're still large bags. Really, the size inside the bag is nearly identical to what you get with the stretch bags. You also get the adjustment on the rear suspension with the dial. That comes on any of the touring models. All you have to do is undo your 2 little screws that hold your bag in place. You can even just lean the bag out, adjust your suspension, put your bag back, so that way you can adjust it on the fly, without tools, without an air pump, all that kind of stuff that people used to deal with if you want to take a passenger. It's really super handy. I've already mentioned it comes with the rear pegs. The pegs are nice. They tie in with your brake pedal. They tie in with your floorboards. And these bikes come standard with the traditional engine guard. So if it was me, I could pick up this bike. I could put some highway pegs on it. I could get my Apple CarPlay working. And I could go on a long trip. This bike is ready to go right off the showroom floor. It's the classic vivid black. It's the only color that Harley makes every year with the chrome. It doesn't get much more traditional Harley Davidson than black with chrome. They've made them for 120 years. So awesome bike, great value. Don't overlook this one. A lot of people get hung up on the special, and the special is a great bike, don't get me wrong. There's some really nice touches on the special, but bang for your buck, this is a tremendous value. This particular bike also, in case you're wondering, these are not factory bars. These are aftermarket bars that we added. We've been doing some of that. We'll add exhaust tips, or some of them will do a stage 1, or some of them will do different bars, just to kind of offer our customers that are coming in a little glimpse at what's possible with these bikes when you start customizing them. And that's one of the reasons people love Harley Davidson, the parts world out there. Now, right now, it's still a bit of a challenge with kind of recovering from COVID and all of that. But in general, when you buy a Harley Davidson, you are buying the most customizable bike in the world, period. And that's parts from Harley Davidson, and it's parts from a myriad of other manufacturers out there that make parts for Harley Davidson. I like to tell people, if you can think it, somebody probably makes it or can make it for you. I have a good buddy that's been waiting on a backrest that he ordered, custom ordered for his bike. There's people out there making custom accessories for Harley Davidsons because they're Harley Davidsons, and it's what people do. Buy the bike and then make it your own. So anyway, this FLHX, wonderful bike. It'll get you everywhere you need to go. It's got great economy. It's got all the modern conveniences, all the new technology, things like twin disc brakes up front, ABS, all of that stuff built in on this bike. Man, pick one up and take it for a ride. They're just a wonderful bike. So we'd love to see you here, and certainly we're here to answer any questions you have at all on this bike or any other bikes in our line.
All right, there you have it. The 2021 Harley Davidson Street Glide Standard. It's an absolute beautiful bike, and it's got a pretty decent price tag on it. And if you guys are looking for a bike, please hit up David at Emerald City Harley in Lynnwood, Washington, and let him know Barricade sent you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Help us grow this community, grow this channel, and continue to giving out best possible content we can do. And as always, brothers and sisters,
Stay safe.
ride your ride.